Thank you so much for joining us today for our webinar, Discover ILS Tours, your gateway to authentic Argentina and Chile experiences. My name is Atacama. I work for Emerging Destinations, and we are a sales and marketing representation company in the US and Canada. As you can see on your screen now, we represent a wide range of DMCs, hotels, lodges, and a few tourism boards in many different areas like the Americas region, Europe, Africa, and Asia. Because we are presenting today a DMC in the Americas region, I will briefly mention the other clients that we have in the continent. We represent La Coralina Island House, a boutique hotel in Bocas del Toro in Panama City. Then we represent Enchanted Expeditions, which is a DMC in Ecuador for anyone interested in doing Ecuador, Peru, as well as the Galapagos Islands. And they own and operate Enchanted Galapagos Lodge, a cozy 10-room lodge in Santa Cruz Island, as well as 3 motor yacht cruises sailing around the Galapagos Islands, Beluga, Cachalot Explorer, and the Luxury Passion. We also represent La Yegua Loca Hotel, a boutique property with only 15 rooms in Punta Arenas in Chile, an amazing city, which is typically the gateway for anyone doing either Torres del Paine National Park or taking a cruise to Antarctica or to the Chilean fjords. We also represent in Chile Las Torres Patagonia in Torres del Paine National Park with its 74 rooms and suites renovated Hotel Las Torres Patagonia, as well as many different camping sites and mountain hostels among the W circuit in Torres del Paine National Park. And last but not least, we represent the Guyana Tourism Board for the country of Guyana, being the only English-speaking country in South America. In case you have any questions or need digital material or has a booking request for any of these clients that we represent in the US and Canada, please feel free to contact me after this webinar. You can see on the screen now my email address as well as my phone number. I'm based in Argentina, so you can either call me or add me on WhatsApp. I also invite you to check on regular basis our website, emergingdestinations.com, where we are posting many different blogs and articles from the companies and the countries that we represent that you are free to use for any like promotional or marketing purposes that you may have, either by replicating on your websites or if you want to add them on your own newsletters. You can also follow us on Instagram and on our YouTube channel. Speaking about YouTube, it's important to mention that this webinar is being recorded. So in case you need to step away, either to answer the phone or go for a cup of coffee, don't worry, we are recording this webinar. And after the webinar, we will be uploading the recording on our YouTube channel, where you can always look for our many different training sessions that we are conducting among the year. And we will be also sending you next Monday a follow-up email, which will include the webinar recording, our speaker contact information in case you have any booking requests for Argentina and Chile, so you can keep a direct contact with Florencia, who is actually our host today. And we will be also including the webinar recording on our upcoming Americas newsletter, which is due on February 25. Just for you to know, all of our attendees are mute, but you can type your questions on the control panel on your right. And after the presentation and before ending the webinar, Florencia, who is our host today, will be answering your questions by one. So this is all on my side. Now it's the time for me to present Florencia Koren-Chandler, sorry if I'm not pronouncing well. She's the commercial director for ILS Tours, which is one of our newest clients in the portfolio. And she's based in Buenos Aires in Argentina, but this DMC operates in Argentina, in Chile, and they can help you also if you have any requests for Uruguay. So all over to you, Florencia.
Hello, everyone. How are you? Welcome to South America. Welcome to Argentina and Chile. As Ana mentioned, I'm Florencia Korenchendler. She pronounced it properly. It's a difficult one, I know. And I'm based in Buenos Aires city in Argentina. So today it's going to be my pleasure to introduce you to the highlights Argentina and Chile can offer. So welcome to South America. I'm going to begin my presentation. So first of all, I would like to introduce you to ILS Tours. ILS is a DMC. We have own incoming offices in Argentina, in Buenos Aires city, and also in Santiago de Chile, in Chile. So it's the same company, same owner, and we've been operating in the market for 25 years. So the company, last year, we celebrated our 25th anniversary of handling operations here in South America. As Ana mentioned, besides we have our own incoming offices in Argentina and Chile, we can also help you in neighboring countries like Uruguay, a little bit of Bolivia, highlights of Brazil. So anytime you need specific requests for this part of Argentina and Chile and combined with neighboring countries, we can help you. So what we do? We work with FITs and also groups. Our main business is tailor-made. We do not have like online rates. We are B2B exclusively, working with tour operators and travel advisors, but we don't work with direct consumers. And we do FITs and groups, special interest, like cultural programs, agricultural, arts, architecture, and anything, any special interest you have, just feel free in letting us know, because we can handle every request on tailor-made basis. Special interest, cruise handling. You know, Argentina and Chile are the main departure points for Antarctica cruises. We are in the south of South America. So we are very well known in the market for doing cruise handling. One of our main clients are, for example, Ponant Cruises. We also operate Silver Sea. So whenever you have clients willing to come to South America and visit Antarctica and do pre-post Shorex, this is we are the right partner to contact and to arrange those kind of tours around the two countries. And we also do drive and sleep. You know, Argentina and Chile are huge countries, so we mainly do private or shared transportation. But if you also have clients willing to do drive and sleep, we can certainly help with that service as well. So Argentina and Chile, both countries located in the south of South America. Both countries are huge. Have in mind that from the north of Argentina to the south of Argentina, the total distance is 2,700 miles. It's a huge country, so most of the distances should be covered by domestic flights. But the main arrival gates for both countries are Buenos Aires city and Santiago de Chile city in Chile. And we have direct flights from both US and Canada. We have Aerolíneas Argentinas, Air Canada, American Airlines, Delta, LATAM, United Airlines as direct flights. And we also have the opportunity to reach both countries via connecting flights. For example, Copa, it's a very popular combination to arrive at both Buenos Aires and Santiago de Chile. Have in mind that more or less you have from Miami, which is the main arrival gate, departure from US, you have like 9 hours flight You have 11 from New York, then Dallas or Houston, it's 10 hours flight direct to Buenos Aires or Santiago de Chile cities. And then the rest of the destinations locally should be covered by domestic flights. More or less, you have 2 hours to each destination. So let's begin with Argentina. The main arrival point in Argentina will be Buenos Aires city. You know, if you've never been to South America before, clients get really surprised at Buenos Aires because it's a very European city. You know, Argentina, our main population, it's a mixture between Spain and Italy. So most of the people living in Buenos Aires city, it's a combination of Italian, Spanish, Polish, German people living in Buenos Aires city. It's a very vibrant and cultural city. You can easily stay 3 nights here and enjoy city tour, enjoy visit to an imposing theater, which is the Colón Theater, visit an estancia, visit a place where we have polo horses, and dance tango. Tango is our national dance. It's a very passionate dance, so clients can experience that cultural interaction, not only watching tango dancers, but also getting to learn the very first steps of tango. So if you like culture, if you like a very vibrant city, Buenos Aires definitely is a place to come in South America. Clients will really love it. Then after Buenos Aires, you know, the country is really huge. It's really hard to cover it all in one single journey. That's why we always ask our clients about passengers' interests, so we can build up the right program for each client. As we customize everything, we always ask a lot of questions about which are clients' interests, if they're willing to see nature, if they are more into culture, if they like soft adventure. So we can customize the program accordingly. If you fly from Buenos Aires to the south, you will find the imposing Patagonia. I don't know if you ever heard about the word Patagonia. It's a huge area shared between Argentina and Chile. So one of the main areas that could be visited is Puerto Madryn. Puerto Madryn is located in Patagonia, Argentina, and it's the best place to see wild fauna. You can see penguins, you can see sea lions, whales. Depending on the time of the year you visit this place, you can see whales from June to early December, penguins from October to March, sea lions, and it's very, very unique place. Families love this place. Fauna watchers love this place. You can also do snorkeling with the sea lions. You can do navigations and see the whales. It's a very, very unique place to stay in close contact with nature. Traveling further south, still in Patagonia area, you will find Ushuaia. Ushuaia is called the city of the end of the world because literally we are in the south of South America, in the south of the continent. And this is where cruises to Antarctica depart from. If going to Antarctica, it's a very different journey. You have trips from 10 days to more days. We can also help with that. But if your clients are not willing to go to Antarctica, but just go to Ushuaia to see the city, it's a wonderful place to stay there like 3 nights. And they can do hiking, they can do 4x4 drives, they can do kayaking. It's a very, very nice place for just contemplating or also for soft adventure experiences. If you fly 1 hour and 15 minutes, still in Patagonia, Argentina, you will find El Calafate. El Calafate is known as our glaciers area. The place is really imposing because clients can see the immensity of nature, these imposing glaciers. You have the Perito Moreno, is the most famous one, but you have different glaciers like Uppsala Oneli, You can do it by walking through different catwalks. You can do it by hiking, navigations. So there are different ways to cover the area. We recommend a minimum of 3 nights as well. And for those people just willing to contemplate nature or to experience soft adventure activities, it's an amazing, amazing place to see nature. If you drive like 3 hours from El Calafate, you can visit a place called El Chaltén. El Chaltén is the mountain paradise and it's the mecca for hikers, the mecca for trekkers. It's a very magical place. You know the famous Fitzroy Mountain, where the brands Patagonia and North Face were created because of this place. The owners of North Face and Patagonia came down to Patagonia area, to El Chaltén, and then got inspired by this place and created these brands that we still use for clothing. So this is a very magical place. Again, you can do it. You can visit El Chaltén as a day trip from El Calafate, or you can stay here like 2 nights, 3 nights, or much more to enjoy nature to the fullest. Besides hiking experiences, you can also do rafting, kayaking, and also horseback riding around this area. Still in Patagonia area, flying to the north, you have Bariloche. Bariloche is well known as the Lake District. We have a lot of people from Germany, from Switzerland that established in this area. So this area is also known for the good beer production, also the great chocolate production. And this is also our most important ski resort in Argentina. You know, here in South America, we have the opposite season as you have in US and Canada. Now we are in summertime. Our peak season, it's our spring and summertime. It's begins around mid-September and finishes by April. This is the high season, our spring and summer, but all Argentina and also Chile can be visited year-round, depending on the destination. Of course, Patagonia area will be much more colder in wintertime, but it can still be visited. Going north, you know, in the natural border between Argentina and Chile is the Cordillera de los Andes, the Andes Mountains. The highest peak is located in Mendoza province, Mendoza state, and it's the Aconcagua. And the Andes is the natural border between Argentina and Chile. Mendoza is our wine area. It's very alike your Napa Valley in the US. We have great production, especially on Malbec wines, red wine. And if you have clients interested in food and wine, this is a place to go. We have so many boutique properties, ideal for excellent wine tastings and also culinary experiences. Both Mendoza and also Buenos Aires city are well known for Michelin star restaurants. So if you have foodies, people really interested in tasting the best of our cuisine and our wines, Mendoza is a place to go. And we recommend also minimum 3 nights here. Further north in Argentina, you have the northwest area. You know, if you are used to sell Peru, the Incas influence also reached the north of Argentina. So this area, it's very alike Peru. Of course, we don't have the Machu Picchu, but we have colorful mountains, and the culture is very alike the one you can find in Cusco in Peru. This area, you have colorful mountains, salt flats, local traditions, llamas, and also high altitude wines. So you can experience like a week covering the northwest of Argentina, and you won't get bored because clients can see these different landscapes and also taste experience an amazing culture and try amazing high altitude wines. Malbec is not so well developed in this area, but we have the Torrontés, which is a white and sweet flavor wine. So if you have people interested in wines, the combination with Mendoza and the Northwest is really, really interesting. As we can customize everything, of course, if you have foodies willing to do just the wine and food tour around Argentina and Chile, we can, of course, customize that. Also in the north of Argentina, but going to the east, you find Iguazu. Iguazu is where the imposing waterfalls are located. This is the border between Argentina, Brazil, and Paraguay. Clients can stay there minimum 2 nights and experience the falls from the Argentinian side, and also cross to Brazil and visit the waterfalls from the Brazilian side. We can help in the 2 countries, in Argentina and also in Brazil. Have in mind that US and Canada need a visa to cross to Brazil. You don't need visas for Argentina and for Chile. That's very important. So it's very easy to visit our countries, Argentina and Chile, as no visa is required. And the last destination I want to show you for Argentina is Iberá wetlands. If you heard about the Pantanal in Brazil, which is more popular, more well known, Iberá wetlands are located in Argentina. It's about 2 hours transfer from Iguazu Falls, and you can stay here like 2 nights, 3 nights, and it's a very, very unique ecosystem, ideal place for fauna lovers. You can you can see there alligators, capybaras, and relax and enjoy nature. This is a really magical place, an ideal spot to be here like 3 nights. We usually recommend it by the end of the journey so clients can really relax, contemplate nature, and then come back home. So these are the main highlights of Argentina. Now I'm going to mention the highlights we have in Chile, the areas we do cover. So again, Chile is a huge country from north to south. Same as Argentina, direct flights for many cities in US and also in Canada. And the main arrival gate will be Santiago de Chile. Santiago is the capital city of Chile. It's located right in the center of the country. You can stay there for 1-2 nights or use it as a connecting spot for covering the north of Chile and the south of Chile. In the surroundings of Santiago, if you have guests willing to experience the Chilean wines, you have a lot of ballets. So clients can do a full day trip to enjoy the wine valleys around Santiago, or they can also overnight in the wine valleys, which are very, very unique. You know, Chilean wines are very popular all over the world. So going to visit the winery, enjoy the food there, and it's a very nice experience. Flying to the north of Chile, you can find the Atacama Desert. This is one of the driest. This is the driest desert in the world. You can stay here like 3 nights minimum. We recommend minimum 3 nights, and you can see they are imposing nature for clients loving different landscapes. This is a great place to stay because they can see the desert. You can see geysers. You can see llamas, flamingos in one single place. Stargazing also is very, very unique in this place. You can see one of the most imposing skies in the world. Going south from Santiago de Chile, you will find the Lake District. You know, this area can be easily connected with Argentina via a lake crossing. So it's very easy to combine two countries, Argentina and Chile, crossing from Bariloche area in Argentina to Puerto Varas in Chile. This area is very unique because local traditions are still alive, and you can also see mountains, volcanoes, and imposing lakes. So clients can easily stay in the lake area in Argentina and the lake area in Chile like a week, enjoying different type of nature and relaxing. It's a very, very nice place to go. Then going south Chile, you will find the Austral Highway. This is an ideal place to cover by self-drive. We have different programs and different ideas for self-drivers. I know from US or Canada, clients are not so used to driving here in this part of South America, but if you have customers willing to cover some areas via self-drive, we can book the accommodation, we can book the car, and we provide a road book and a map to cover the main highlights of Patagonia, both in Argentina and in Chile. Going further south of Chile, you will find the imposing Torres del Paine National Park and Punta Arenas. The main arrival gate for this area, it's Punta Arenas, the main airport, and also the departure gate to the Antarctica. But now we also have an airport in in Puerto Natales, so clients can use both airports to reach this amazing place in Patagonia, Chile. And you can easily stay here like 3 nights, discovering the imposing Torres del Paine National Park, doing horseback riding, or doing the famous treks. You have the W circuit or the O circuit, which are very, very famous. And clients can stay like 3 nights or much more, discovering this imposing area. As Anna mentioned, the immersion destination also represents a very nice hotel located inside Torres del Paine National Park, Las Torres Hotel. And this is the main base for the W and O circuits. So we can certainly help you and your clients arrange a nice journey all around this amazing area of southern Chile. And the last highlight we like to mention in Chile is the Easter Island. It's very far away. It's located 5 hours flight from Santiago de Chile in the Polynesia area, but it belongs to Chile. So this is a very unique, a very exotic place to go. They call it the land of mysteries, and really it is a mystery. Because of the long flight distance, we recommend a minimum of 3 nights to cover the area properly. The natives, they call it Rapa Nui, but it's more known as Easter Island. We have the only way to reach the island, of course, is by plane. LATAM Airlines operate few flights weekly, so it's ideal for a very exotic to visit a very exotic destination. This is a place to go. As you can see, the destinations all around Argentina and Chile are very diverse because of the distances from north to south. So we call it like the land of the 6 continents. We have glaciers, we have waterfalls, we have imposing lakes, great culture. So we invite you and your clients to get to know this amazing part of South America. And as Anna mentioned, we have in ILS, we have 2 offices in Argentina and also in Santiago de Chile. We invite you to discover more and follow us on social media, or drop an email so we can help you arrange a customized journey, including these 2 amazing countries. As I said, we customize everything from scratch, from 1 guest, 2 guests, or a group. We can customize everything considering guests' interest, travel time, destinations that are willing to cover, budget. Talking about budget, we handle from 3-star hotels, 3, 4, 5-star hotels, boutique, glamping, and camping, like, yeah, the camping in Patagonia where it's available. So feel free to drop us an email. And thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you, Florencia, for your presentation. And I hope all the attendees connected today enjoy your presentation. As I was mentioning at the very beginning, I encourage all the travel advisors connected today to type your questions for Florencia on the control panel on your right, as she will be answering to them right now. So the first question is about the recording. Yes, we are recording this webinar, and we will be sending the recording by email next Monday. Then we have another question from Beatriz. Do you have or do you offer day tours to Catedrales de Mármol in Chile, Florencia?
Yes, this area we can connect via Argentina, Patagonia, Argentina, or also in Chile via self-drive. So it's not a very well-known area so far, but we offer day trips or overland trips to this area. Yes.
Okay, awesome. Again, we are having a question about the recording. The recording will be sent out by email next Monday. It will be also included in our Americas newsletter coming out on February 25. And that's it. Regarding payments, what method of payments do you accept at ILS Tours?
Yeah, that's a very good question. We take a wire transfer. We quote all our services net rates per person in US dollars. We have 2 bank accounts, one in Santiago de Chile and one in Uruguay. And we also, in case you need your clients to pay us via credit card, we accept MasterCard, Visa, and American Express. We provide the payment link so direct clients can pay through that link. And in case you need to add your commission fees to that to the total amount, we can also add the commission fees you ask us to add. And then when clients finish their services with us in South America, you let us know the bank account you wish us to wire your commission fee back. So no problem for that.
Awesome, thank you. If someone is interested in visiting Argentina and Chile for the first time and they are a bit lost in terms of where to go or how many days to set aside for this trip, what would be your recommendation? What are like the basics or the highlights that they should include on a first-time trip to Argentina and Chile, and how many days minimum you recommend?
I recommend a minimum of 10 days because of the long distance flights. I don't recommend less than that. 10 days would be awesome, and you can cover in 10 days highlights. For example, Buenos Aires, El Calafate, Iguazu. So in 10 days, clients will have city, glaciers, and waterfalls. And for Chile, same situation. In 10 days, they will have Santiago de Chile, the Atacama area in the north, and Torres del Paine in the south. So it's going to be like a huge and amazing contrast that can be easily covered in 10 days. Same if they like country combination, we can do Argentina and Chile minimum in 10 days. Of course, if you have clients interested in wine and food, program or destinations to be included will be different ones. In that case, we suggest Buenos Aires as the main arrival gate, then go into Mendoza area in the Andes, and then cross to Chile, to Santiago, to discover the wine areas in Chile. So that's why we customize everything. We also have a lot of sample programs. If you need sample programs, we can send them to you without rates, just to see how destinations can be combined.
Awesome, thank you. So we have Holly here. She has guessed wanted to take a cruise from Buenos Aires to Santiago around Cape Horn in February. So her question is how they are concerned about the waves in the ocean and how rough is the ocean around that time of the year.
Yeah, it's a high season. The best way to combine both is doing the Australis cruise. Australis cruise is an amazing product that combines departs from Ushuaia in Argentina and arrives in Punta Arenas in Chile, or the other way around. It's a 4-night cruise, and one of the highlights of that cruise is navigating through the Cape Horn. If you are lucky enough, clients can disembark there via rubber boats and get to visit Cape Horn, which belongs to Chile, and it's a very, very nice experience. I've been lucky enough to get up there and visit that place, but sometimes, yes, whales are tough there. So yes, it's like that. It's a southern hemisphere. So, but it's a good season to go. The Australis cruise operates from September till April is the last departure. And if you're willing to include that product, it's an amazing product. Clients will love it.
Yes, and depending, I also navigated the Chilean fjords with Cruceros Australis like 3 years ago, and depending on where your clients are starting or ending the trip, they can take the cruise in Punta Arenas and disembark in Ushuaia, or vice versa. They can take the cruise in Ushuaia and disembark in Punta Arenas. You know, wildlife and weather, you never can guarantee anything related to those two topics. When I was sailing with Cruceros Australis, it was a bit rough and we couldn't, we were not able to disembark in Cape Horn. However, it wasn't that bad to have seasickness. So it was just for safety reasons, but none of us get sick on the boat, if that helps. So, okay, let me see if we have any other question here. And you mentioned also, Florencia, that you
we also have sample programs with Cruceros Australis. So if you wish to drop me an email and see how the area can be combined, feel free to do so, because it's a very, very nice product.
Yeah, and it's important to mention, when we are sending the follow-up email next Monday, where we will include this webinar recording, we will include also, of course, you will have my contact information, but we will include also Florencia contact information in case you have a specific question, or finger crossed, a booking request already for her. You can contact her directly, and we will also include a digital brochure and an intro video. I had a question for you, because you mentioned that you do FITs, but you can also do groups, right?
Both, yes, we fully customize every request. So even if you have one couple, two couples, or a big group, as I mentioned, we handle big cruises in Argentina and Chile. In Chile, one of our main clients is Silver Sea, and in Argentina, Ponant. So we are very used to handle also groups. So we customize everything, yeah.
And how big are the groups that you can handle? Is there like a maximum?
No limits, as long as we can get the right transportation and the guides, and of course accommodation. We have not a maximum number of guests we can handle.
Okay, awesome. Regarding visas, is there any visa required to visit Chile, Argentina? And you mentioned that you handle also Uruguay and Brazil. Are visas required for either Americans or Canadians?
Just in Brazil. For Argentina, Uruguay, and Chile, no visa required, as long as your clients have a valid passport and the dream of coming to South America, to Argentina and Chile. Just they need to issue their ticket, and you can get into both countries. No visa needed, which is very, very easy.
Okay, and regarding vaccines, only the yellow fever if you are going to special areas in Brazil, right? Like Belo
Yeah,
Horizonte
for Argentina
and
and
areas.
Chile, it's not required. It's suggested in some specific areas in Brazil, but not for Argentina, not for Chile or Uruguay, which are the main countries we operate.
Okay, but please clarify this to me because I remember last year the Argentinian government installed a new rule that a travel insurance is needed. Is that still?
No, it's not required. At the very beginning, of course, you need to have a valid insurance to travel, but it's not requested upon migrations. Just with your valid passport, you will be allowed to get into the country. Of course, we always recommend clients to travel with a travel insurance purchase at home because you're traveling far away home and you need to have it, but it's not required as a mandatory policy upon migrations. You arrive at migrations, Argentina or Chile, they just check your passport and it's good to get into the countries.
Okay, awesome, thank you. I have a last question here okay, that is regarding the wetlands and Iberá in Argentina. We have Timothy here. He's familiar with the region and with Rincón del Socorro, El Tránsito, and choices in Pellegrini. He says that the 6-hour bus from Iguazu to Posadas and 3 hours then to Pellegrini or coming in from Corrientes. His question is, what are you specifically suggesting and mainly selling for Iberá currently?
Yeah, it's a good question. In Iberia, it's a huge area and you have different portales, different gates to arrive at Iberia area. Depending on the selected accommodation, it's one portal, one gate will be more convenient than the other one. For example, the two properties you mentioned, we were good with them. Rincón del Socorro is an amazing property located in Colonia Carlos Pellegrini. And you can reach it if you do Iguazu Falls, you can cover it by land. It's 4 hours by land. Or you can also take a bus via Buenos Aires to Mercedes and then continue to Colonia Carlos Pellegrini by private transportation. So it really depends on the location of your chosen property. El Tránsito or Puerto Valle, they are more closer, so it's easier to reach those properties. So depending on the property you choose, we can tailor-made the best way to reach. So it's not very, very long journey, or we try to offer the shortest journey as possible.
Okay, and I have the last question for you here before we end our training session today. Do you issue domestic flights?
That's a nice question. Yes, we do offer. Being a DMC, we cover transportation, we cover, of course, guide assistance, experiences, accommodation, as I mentioned, 3, 4, 5-star and boutique. And also if you need domestic flights and also hydrofoil tickets to Iguazu. So the only thing we don't do is the international flights. The rest, we can cover it all. So just feel free in asking us for help, and we can also quote the domestic flights and issue them for you.
Okay.
Both FITs and also groups.
Okay. Okay. And you know that sometimes if a travel advisors belong to a travel agency affiliated to either Virtuoso or Signature, sometimes they prefer to book the hotels directly because of the amenities. If that is the case, will you handle the rest of the trip, or do you need to handle the full itinerary to provide your services? Is there like
of course we prefer to handle, of course we prefer to handle the whole, but we understand that for some for Virtuoso specifically, you have the special benefits, amenities. So in that case, it's not a problem for us. We can cover the rest of the services, no worries.
Okay, and if they are combining an itinerary Argentina and Chile, in that case, will you issue the flight between Argentina and Chile?
Yes, also we've covered the domestic ones in Argentina, the domestic ones in Chile, and generally the crossing between Argentina and Chile is by land. But if you need any international, any domestic, any segment to be covered by land, for example, Mendoza to Santiago de Chile, it's the most famous one. We can also cover that. And that thing also is very important, as we have own incoming offices in Argentina and Chile. In case you have a combined request for both countries, you will be assigned one travel consultant that will help you to arrange all services in both countries. You don't need to contact one person in Chile, one person in Argentina. It's going to be one point of contact person helping you for the two countries, or three if you add Uruguay, or yeah. So it's going to be much more easier for you. Also, the bank details or the credit card link will be just one for all the services you take through us.
Okay, awesome. Well, this is all for today. I don't have any more questions, any other questions in the control panel. So before passing everything to you, Florencia, so you can finish the webinar, and I will leave the last minutes for you. Just as a reminder, please check your inbox as well as your spam folder next Monday, as you will be getting an email from me, which will include Florencia contact information, ILS Tours video tour, a digital brochure, and most important, this recording. You can also find this recording in our YouTube channel, and you will get also the recording on our Americas newsletter coming out on February 25. Remember, if you have any questions, I'm always here to help you and to make the connections that you need. So thank you for your time, for your interest, and I hope you can give ILS Tours a try. I'm sure you and your clients will fall in love with ILS Tours and their services. So thank you, and over to you, Florencia.
No, thank you. One important thing I didn't mention is that we provide detailed day-by-day itineraries in Word format. So it's very easy for you to follow, and it's wide level. You can remove our ILS logo and add yours. Just increase, you put your pricing, and it's ready to sell. So we always try to make your life easier to sell the destination. And I know you sell different parts of the world. So the idea is to make your life much more easier to sell this part of South America. So as Anna said, you will be getting my contact information, and any tailor-made itinerary you might need for your FIDs or groups, feel free to drop me an email, and it would be my pleasure to help you arrange the best program in this part of South America.